Hey guys, I'm going to demystify and teach you basically how sus chords work. Remove all the mystery so that way you're able to not only see them, understand them, but also use them in your own songs, and that way you're able to get a little bit more creative and go next level. These sus chords are really great, really beautiful. I'm going to explain a little bit of the nerdy stuff to you, and I'm also going to explain some of the common shapes and chords that you'll see on the guitar, although there's plenty more than what I'm going to cover. We're going to touch on some of the highlights, give you a ton of value in terms of the sus world. I'm going to reveal all of that to you. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk a little bit about chords themselves. Okay, so we're going to get a little bit nerdy, and I'm also going to show you some of the cool stuff that is going to kind of reveal itself once you've learned some of the nerdy stuff. So major chords such as an A major is a 1, 3, 5, and in the key of A, that's an A, C sharp, and an E. A, E, A, C sharp, and E. It's officially 1, 5, 1, 3, and then a 5. And that 3 is the one that gives it the personality, which right now is the 2nd fret of the B string. Now because that's the 3, it's also known as a major third. Sounds happy, sounds major. If I simply flat that and bring it down to a C, that's what gives me the A minor. So if you didn't know that, now you know. A sus2 chord makes that 3 go down all the way from a 3, flat 3, to a 2. So I'm going to go down another flat from the flat third. In this case, the C goes to a B. Okay? In the key of A, the B is the 2. So now I've got an A, an E, an A. There's my B, the 2, and a high E. So 1, 5, 1, 2, 5. And that gives me an A sus2. And that's how you play it with just the 2nd finger on the D string, 2nd fret, and 3rd finger on the 2nd fret of the G string. A sus2. Sounds kind of cool, right? And that kind of has like a little tension to it. So it's kind of nice to release by coming back to maybe the major. And you can do this in a minor context as well. Right? Just pick one of those chords and kind of use that sus to create some interesting melody as you strum a rhythm. It's kind of a nice way of using those sus chords. So that's the sus2, right? 1, 2, 5, okay? Well, you can also get a sus4 chord, okay? There are 2 types of suspended chords. A sus stands for suspended. And so we're suspending, that 3 in for the 2 for a sus2. And if you want to play a sus4, it's this. So what the heck is that, right? Well, if you remember from where we started, it's 1, 5, 1, 3, 5. That 3 right there, if I just sharp that on up to what's called a 4, in this case it's the D, the note of D, it's my 3rd fret of the B string. And there's a couple ways of playing this. Everyone's playing their A differently anymore, but for now it doesn't matter. Just play a 2nd fret, open A, 2nd fret D, 2nd fret G, and then a 3rd fret B, and then a high E, right? And that gives you an A suspended 4, or A sus4, because I'm putting my 4 in place of my 3rd. There's no 3rd anymore. So you can play this way, doesn't matter. And I tend to play mine this way simply because now I can use that pinky and scoot them around and play anything I want, any kind of that A form I can do. And I would use the same kind of method in terms of how I'm playing rhythm. I might go. And you can kind of just play with that, right? I'm thinking of that C, the 3rd here, as the sun, and everything revolves around that. I'm always kind of coming back to that, right? But I can always play around with the 2 and the 4. So that's it, right? So in this case, in general, a suspended 2 or sus2 is 1, 2, 5, and a suspended 4 is 1, 4, 5. And in the key of A, that's going to be A sus2 is going to be an A, B, E, and for the A sus4, it's an A, D, E. And that works on piano and anywhere else on this guitar, which we're not going to get into today. There's another really common suspended chord that uses all the same theory and all the same rules. That's the D. So let me just demonstrate. Right, so a D major is normally a 1, 3, and a 5. Right? In this case, I've got officially a 1, 5, 1, 3. But that order is not as important as the notes themselves. So D, F sharp, and A, the 1, 3, 5 in the key of D gives me D major. So again, if you're paying attention, that was 1, 5, 1, 3. That 3 is the one that's got to change. And so if I simply flat that F sharp in this case to an F, that does create a good old D minor. It's now a third to a flat third. Remember what happened with our other chord, right? We just take that from the flat third on down one more. Now I'm on the open string. So a D sus2 is actually this. Okay, so I've just opened up that high E string. I've got a D, I've got an A, I've got a D, and I've got an E. In the key of D, that translates to 1, 5, 1, 2. Kind of cool, right? And then I can also play a sus4 with the same exact rules. It's a 1, 4, 5. In the key of D, that's going to be a D. It's going to be a G. That's my 4. And it's going to be an A as my 5. An extra D right there. So officially for a D sus4, I'll just keep playing a D actually. I won't even pick up that finger, by the way, because I know I'm going to come back to it, more likely than not. I just throw my 4th finger down on the 3rd fret high E string for my note of G, or the 4. So 0, 2, 3, 3. And that's a D sus4. And you can use that, that's D, G, A, and you can use that to kind of bounce around the D, right? Right? And in the context, you can use these chords just outright as part of a song. You can just kind of... Right? You could do that. And you could do the same thing for the D. Right? And so you can really put them actually in a song. Or you can use them as kind of decorations around a major chord and just kind of play around. This is a very intermediate to advanced kind of concept. When you kind of become bored with your chords, you can do stuff like this. Right? That's how you normally do it. Cool, right? So it's something you can use as decoration as well. And that's the main 2 sus chords. There are plenty more, but that right there is going to get you started and get you pretty much a lot of the head start that you're going to see in songs. Thanks for tuning in, you guys. Please like, subscribe, and share, and I'll see you in the next one.